All right, we on.
Shalom.
Shalom.
First off, we give all praises, honor, and glory to
Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahushai, Bahashim HaKadosh.
Double honors to our apostles, double honors to our elders, a great millstone, the Tasha's truth, and rule well. And salutations to hopeful echoes of this truth and all honest sincerity. We the brothers of GMS Kansas City branch, coming to another week in, week out, prophesying the downfall of America and the wake up you so-called blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans to the fact that you are the Hebrew Israelites of the Bible. Okay, we're gonna get right into it. Just got out of another pagan week of celebrating wickedness, and also another holy week of celebrating our dedication and our future victory over Esau. Okay, so you know, everything that they've done, you know, to us is it's going to be a tab, it's going to be a bill that's going to be paid, man. You know, and it's very spiritual because they celebrate the Thanksgiving week on our High Holy Week, which is Hanukkah, you know, which is dedication. And you go into the story of our dedication of that history, you know, it's basically a repeat because they came, they took over our shit, they put themselves up in our temples, declared that they wrote themselves in the book, man, of being the people, and eventually what? We kicked the ass, we took our shit back, man. You know, so at the close of their Thanksgiving, we closed our dedication, which is spiritual, man. You know, so we get right into it. Y'all bros got into precepts. We could just go into Maccabees, man, and just hit that story up.
That's Maccabees.
Maccabees
3, yeah.
Started like verse 37.
It's First Maccabees chapter 3. Started at verse the whole chapter's really good, man. Started like 30, 36, just go through 48. But started like verses. First Maccabees? Yeah. I got a precept real quick. This is the book of Amos 5, and I'm gonna start at verses 21. It says, I hate and I despise your feast days, and I will not spurn your solemn assemblies, man. No, though you offer me burnt offerings and your meat offerings, I will not accept them, neither would I regard the peace offerings of your fat beasts.
So the Lord said he hates, he despises all these feast days that you created. And a lot of you Negroes, you get in circle and you have a big prayer before the feast, and you give thanks to sweet Jesus, man. You know, and spiritually you're talking to your Yahushai, but he hates that, man. You know, because that was a victory feast to commit genocide against the Gadites. Okay, the northern kingdom. You know, so that's wicked. You're giving thanks for taking down your own people. Here you are. You're supposed to be giving thanks to Yahweh Shai for the victory he gave us over our enemies back in the time of the Maccabees.
This is First Maccabees chapter 3. Verse 42, now when Judas and his brethren saw that miseries were multiplied and that the forces did encamp themselves in their borders, for they knew how the king had given commandment to destroy the people and utterly abolished it.
Hey, so that was the same thing that happened fast forward to modern history. The Pope at that time declared that they come over here to North and South America and slaughter us and declare it as their land and take it. You know, so you can see what's happening, the similarity between the stories.
Yeah, well, because one thing, like with that, a lot of those so-called Jews was exiled from Europe at the time, from Spain. Okay, you have what they call the Spanish Inquisition. What happened was when Columbus came over here, which he only made it to the island of Hispaniola, which is the island of Haiti today, the DR, Dominican Republic. Now, when he came over here, he had 5 speaking Hebrew guides with him because he understood that they were Israelites on this side of the world. And he used the Apocrypha, okay, to navigate the seas, because if you go into 2nd Ezra 13th chapter, when the Northern Kingdom came over to the side of the world, basically he took that same path, okay, to get over here, because it was like a current and so forth that took him through like the turbulent waters, okay, and that's when you get what they call St. Elmo's fire, because the spirit, when you read history, they stated that a chariot really guided him over here through the seas because it was prophecy, man. You know what I'm saying? So, that being said, he knew he was coming over here to kill Israelites. Right. That's why he knew it was gold, he knew it was silver, he knew it was land, peacocks, etc. Because this land has long been studied throughout ancient times. Though nobody really settled here, they knew about this because Solomon had pretty much a fleet of navy that came over here to gather substance for the temple. The peacocks, the gold, etc. Like on the gold voyages, even to this day, they stated that you got over millions of pounds of gold still in the ocean of the Gulf Coast, because a lot of those pirates at the time, the gold was so heavy to the point they sink the damn ship, man.
Yeah, it was getting greedy.
Yeah, yeah. You know, like to say like, okay, it was a 3-year trip from there and back, right? Let's just say your first voyage, 18 months. You get you enough gold to come back, that's gonna rush. Because gold was worth a lot of money at that time. So you didn't have to overpack the goddamn ship. Get some, you send another crew, and you come back, man. Like Solomon, he had crews in rotation. And a lot of those was those Hamites, man, because remember, when Solomon reigned 40 years, he had the other nations in subjection, man. Yeah. So, and those Phoenicians or those Hamites, they understood the seas pretty well, man. So he had a rotation. Ship coming in, one coming back, bam. Coming in, coming back, bam.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, he had a pipeline.
Yeah, yeah. It was in order, all right?
This is 2 Maccabees chapter 4, verses 9. Let's start at verse 9. It say, beside this, he promised to assign 150 more if he might to license them, set up a place for exercise and for training up the youth in the fashions of the heathen, and to write them of Jerusalem by the name of Antiochians.
Right, the Antiochians, right, because it's like Americans, okay? You got the Antiochians, which is basically Antiochus IV, the Epiphanes, which was pretty much under the Seleucid dynasty, which was one of the generals of Alexander the Great. So, like, you had Israelites that called themselves Romans, like Paul had a Roman citizenship because he was of the province of Rome. Okay, same thing with the Antiochus. Hey, Jake, they came under his rulership, his jurisdiction, man. So they had citizens of the Greek Empire at that time. Like today in America, right? We're called so-called Americans, African Americans, Spanish Americans, Chinese Americans, which is just a corporation. But that whole term of a corporation does not dictate your ethnicity, but they brought them under a particular corporation because he had us in captivity and they was the rulers at that time, man. Just like when you look today, right? Like you see these vehicles, technically speaking, cars was not designed to be on so-called highways, all right? But now when you look at these particular cars in the factories, they make them all of license plates, divots, because basically this is a corporation of the United States, man, the spirit of food, you know? So that's basically another way of linking you up into an agreement with this society, man.
Right. But you have Jakes in this time that wanted to join armed forces with the heathen.
Yeah.
You have Jakes that did not want to keep the law, statutes, and commandments and wanted to be Greeks. So just as the brother opened up, you know, the camp going into the dedication, well, the temple was defiled by Antiochus and the Jakes that wanted to be Greeks coming in and destroying everything, man. You know, they set up a statue for Jupiter. They used the temple for orgies, you know what I'm saying? Completely defiling the temple and holy place of Yahweh Shema Shah.
Yeah.
That's what it says, 2 Maccabees 4, verse 10. It say, which when the king had granted, he had gotten his hand to rule, he forthwith brought his own nation to Greekish fashion. So what is Greekish fashion? Eating pork. You know, we always go into the worshiping the different gods. Yeah, gymnasium. You know, working. And they wasn't wearing no damn spandex, man. These niggas was out here butt naked.
Right.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying? Rods hanging out, trying to, you know, run track and shit, man. That's Greekish fashion.
And they were popping other men too, man.
Yeah. Undesirable activity. Cause that's big in the Greeks. You have a wife, so you can have a child, but at the end of the day, you trying to pop other men.
Right.
That's why you got modern day gymnasiums. It's the same title for it back then.
Yeah. The Olympics too.
Locker room, bunch of naked ass men walking around and shit. You know, same shit, different toilet.
But that's what the American military do, man. Like y'all saw the video that came out. They over there in Poland right now. Basically, the guy was like, y'all come over here to spread sodomy? You know what I'm saying? And then the one Jake that was in the military turned back and laughed because they know that's the case. They go over there and they rape women. Like a lot of times during Antiochus in his army, man, they raped a lot of them Jakes over there, man. Yeah. They raped a lot of the women too. that didn't conform to the Greek's custom. That's why it tells you in First Maccabees, basically, if they didn't bow down to Antiochus' counselors, basically, man, they would rape the women, they would kill them, beat them up, kill the children, etc. You know, so everything you're seeing happening today was already happening. That's why the scriptures say there's no new thing under the sun, man. You know, ain't nothing new out here, man. With the superheroes, with the NBA, all this shit you see was of the ancient world, man. You know.
2 Maccabees 4 verse 11. And the royal privileges granted of special favor to the Jews by the means of John, the father of Eupolemus, who went ambassador to Rome for enmity and aid. He took away and putting down the governments which were according to the law, he brought up new customs against the law. Say, for he had built gladly a place of exercise under the tower itself, and brought the chief young men under his subjection, and made them wear a hat. See, going completely left-handed, man. But the thing you have to understand is that there is wicked ass Israelites that are consenting to this. There are Israelites that are knowingly and willingly forsaking their power to go into something that only leads to death.
Yeah. Yeah, like when you look at celebrities today, hey, a lot of celebrities, they know they Israelites, man.
Right.
Out of all this finagle that's been coming out about Ye, Kyrie, Nick Cannon, when the ADL got involved in that, hey, that opened up the Pandora's box of truth. So Jake know, man, but they don't give a shit.
Right.
You know, they don't give a shit, man.
Yeah, and that Greek thing, that proved that Esau was like the worst heathen to rule over us.
Yeah.
Because all our other captivities, we were able to speak our own language.
Yeah.
When the Greeks came in, they forced our language out of us. That's why so many of us spoke it in the New Testament, because it wasn't no choice, you know. Like that was one of the harshest captivities that we had, man.
Well, that's why they say when they came into power, it says evils multiplied in the earth, man.
Yeah.
Because you got to understand that Esau always wanted that birthright. So when he took down Jake, he didn't seek to take us down, he seeked to destroy us, man.
Right.
Like today, hey, that's why Jake don't speak Hebrew today, man. Jake started speaking English.
Right.
Okay, kumbaya, that's Hebrew, man. All right? But hey, we got caught speaking that on the plantation, they'll beat the hell out of you, man.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Like watch that movie Amistad, what that nigga he made him call himself Toby.
Oh, that was Roots, yeah.
Kente or some shit.
Yeah, that was Roots.
Kente. Oh yeah. They beat that man ass, man.
Yeah.
You know? That's why, hey, in the kingdom we gonna fuck you devils up, man. Straight up, man. Cause you fucking devils, man. You put a number to our people. That's why Jake is all fucked up, man.
Yeah.
You know? Because we out here pushing this, but you devils are out here you're promoting this, man. And then you got Simple Jake that's co-signing to the wickedness, man. You know? Reset. Go ahead.
You got one? Yeah, go ahead, bro.
Just going in First Maccabees, chapter 3, verses 45, it says, Now Jerusalem lay void as a wilderness. There was none of her children that went in or out. The sanctuary also was trodden down, and aliens kept the stronghold, the heathen and their habitation in that place.
What does it mean by aliens?
Yeah, the outsiders.
And it says, and joy was taken from Jacob, and the pipe with the harp ceased. Wherefore the Israelites assembled themselves together and came to Mashpah over against Jerusalem. For in Mashpah, the place they prayed aforetime in Israel, they fasted that day and put on sackcloth and cast ashes upon their heads and rent their clothes and laid open the book of the law, where the heathen has sought to paint the likeness of their images. And we see this, you know, today, what they did the exact same thing when they painted Yahweh Shai as being a so-called white man. They call themselves the JEWs, right? And they're doing this shit in our land. Okay? So it's a repeat. It says they brought also the priest's garments and the first fruits and tithes, and the Nazarites they stirred up, who had accomplished their days. Then cried they with a loud voice toward heaven, saying, What shall we do with these? And whither shall we carry them away? For thy sanctuary is trodden down and profaned, and thy priests are heaviness and brought low. And lo, the heathen are assembled together against us to destroy us.
Right. It says the heathen are assembled together to destroy us, man. because that was the whole point, to bring us people down. So, hey, when you go into that story of the Maccabees, that's why you have what they call a Maccabean revolt, man. Judas Maccabees, Matthias, Jonathan, etc. Okay, they had to go up against Esau Edom because, hey, they were like, we're not gonna stand for this shit. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? The Most High, hey, what was his father's name? Was it Matthias? Or Judas? I think it was
it wasn't Simon, was it?
Simon, I believe. But basically he said, look, be vigilant for the law, man. Okay, because Jake, they copped out. They was like, wait a minute. Shit, if we don't follow the heathen, we're gonna be put to death. But you had a group of men that came back and they was like, you know what? We're gonna go to war with Esau, man. Just have faith. And you know what? It's gonna be kind of the same mark today because when they pass that mark of the beast, that chip, and you're gonna have to make a stand out here, man. Yeah. Okay, because the simple fact that that's gonna be the way that's gonna circumvent all life, man. That MOTB. Back to the point we was making, man, okay, with that mark of the beast, that MOTB, we're gonna have to make a stand, man, because, hey, scriptures say be thou faithful unto death. These brothers were ready to lose their lives, man, and ultimately did, if you read through the whole story of the Maccabees, man. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Because they fought diligently for the Lord, and they had faith in the Lord. So we're gonna have to make a similar stand, because you're gonna have a distinction. You have people that's gonna bow down to the system, you're gonna have people that's wavering the fence, and you're gonna have us. And those of you that's wavering, you're gonna take the chip, man. Alright? Because, hey, the scriptures tell you that, man. It says, hey, he that faded in the day of adversity is because their strength is small, man. So if you straddling the fence now and you're wavering, then, hey, that flood gonna come and take you, man.
Yeah, because the Maccabees, they had that spirit, man. When they started winning these revolts, they tried to come to them as in terms of agreement, man. Yeah. But the only thing they was agreeing to was 100% righteousness, man. They wasn't saying, all right, y'all can have some Greek fashions in the Jerusalem. No, man. Yeah. They was even eradicating Israelites that wanted to be Greeks, man. Yeah. They wasn't accepting nothing but righteousness, man.
Yeah. They put the flight like an army of 20,000 or something like that. You know?
Yeah.
And it says, then cried they with a loud voice toward heaven, saying, what shall we do with these, and whither shall we carry them away? For thy sanctuary is trodden down and profaned, and thy priests are in heaviness and brought low.
Right, the priest was in heaviness because the priests, man, we had a custom to keep, man. Okay, we understood that the holies of holies, only certain men was able to go. But when these men started sacrificing swine, they started killing men on the altar, raping women, okay, shedding blood in the temple. That's a disgraceful thing, man. And Yahweh Shai didn't fuck around with that.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, sacrificing pigs.
And the fact that they was in heaviness because a lot of them felt like they sold out the Lord, man. They was like, fuck, we can send it over to this man's way of life. Therefore, damn, our power is going to judge us, man. Right. Because when you know the law and you understand ins and outs of the law and you break it, you're going to feel bad, man. Right. Because, hey, those men, the Maccabees had faith, but the other Israel, they didn't have faith like that, man. Because they was afraid of the judgment that the Greeks was putting on them, man. Oh, well, if you don't eat pork, he gonna put your kid to death. That's grievous, man. Right. Let's say when martial law kicks in the door and they got M16 up to your baby girl's head saying you gotta take the MOTB or we gonna blow our head off, you gotta come to your mindset that, look, I'm ready. You know what I'm saying? You can't have that thinking because they say 1 second too late, it's too late, man. Yeah. You gotta be like, all right, you gotta take her, man. Easier said than done, but hey, you gotta get in that mindset, man. That's why this is coming out. Go ahead, bro.
It says, and lo, the heathen are assembled together against us to destroy us. What things they imagine against us, thou knowest. How shall we be able to stand against them except, O Yahweh, be our help?
Right. It says, how will we be able to stand against them except the Most High be our help? Okay, but having faith. Because honestly speaking, we don't know the severity of this thing that's going to be ready to come down. We read it in the scriptures, we see it in second address, but hey, sometimes reading it don't do it justice because it has to play out. We don't know how bad it's going to get out here, man. You know, to the point that brothers are going to be like, oh shit, I knew it was going to be bad, but I didn't know it was going to be that bad. But hey, the scriptures say, gird up their loins and be a man, man. So So you're gonna have to adjust and adapt to the situation. That's what the Maccabees they did. They had to adapt, man.
Yeah, these are the same Edomites that's in power, man.
Same.
Just because they wearing suits doesn't mean they don't have that demonic, demented, violent nature to them.
And one thing about the Greeks and the Romans, they were very skilled in torture, man.
Yeah.
That was one of the things he specialized in.
Yeah.
Read that in 2 Maccabees, the 7th chapter.
Yeah.
They scalped them and they cut out the tongue, man.
Yeah.
Even one of Yahweh Shai's disciples, man, they boiled them in a bull pot alive, man.
Yeah, shit, a crucifixion in itself.
Yeah.
That's torture.
Kind of.
That's right.
You got a precept?
Yeah, kind of. This is Psalm 73 and 3. For I was envious at the foolish when I saw the prosperity of the wicked. For there are no bands in their death, but their strength is firm. They are not in trouble as other men, neither are they plagued like other men.
Yeah, and that's a problem with Jake, man. Jake sees the curse is not on Esau, and now they want to link up. Now they think if I associate myself with this man, if I walk, talk, act like, and carry all the and do all the traditions of this man, maybe the curses will get on my ass, man.
Right.
That's what Jake say.
Yeah.
But it's truly a falsehood, man.
Yeah.
See what I'm saying? The Lord put us here, as the apostles were saying, the Lord put us here to suffer, man. No matter what position you in this life, whether you're a broke nigga, rich nigga, hey, you still nigga.
Kind of. Verse 6. Therefore pride compassed about them as a chain. Violence covereth them as a garment. Their eyes stand out with fatness. They have more than their heart could wish. And that's how we know that the Edomites were those Greek rulers, man. Because they didn't, most heathen, they'll put you in chattel slavery. You got to work hard labor, but nobody likes to try to break us psychologically like the Edomites did. Like they don't go through those lengths of punishment. That's how you know. Because on every aspect they were trying to humiliate us. They were mocking our temples. Like none of the other heathen did that. That's how you know that was Esau right there. Because when it says they covered them as a violence, that's violence on all fronts. Physically, mentally, spiritually. You know?
Appreciate it. First Maccabees 1 verse 11. In those days went there out of Israel wicked men who persuaded many, saying, let us go and make a covenant with the heathen that are round about us, for since we departed from them, we have had much sorrow. And that just backs up what the brother was saying.
Yeah.
Jake thinks anything outside of dealing with the so-called white man, anything outside of dealing with America, anything outside of dealing with Federal Reserve notes is stupid, man. You had that dude on a comedy hype given the situation. He's like, yeah, we got this knowledge, but I don't want to be woke and broke, man. That's Jake.
Right.
Jake would want to consent with the heathen. Okay, we know we're Israelites, but how can I get 100 racks?
Yeah.
You know? Fuck all of that. It's about getting our souls right more than you're lining up your pockets, right?
That's right.
Yeah.
This is a precept, Genesis 35:1. It says, and the power said unto Jacob, arise and go up to Bethel and dwell there, and make there an altar to the Most High that appeared unto thee when thou fleddest from the face of Esau thy brother. Why did Jacob flee from Esau?
Yeah, you need me back up with him?
What book is that? Genesis 35.
Yeah, because Esau sought to slay him.
Yeah.
He wanted to kill him for that birthright. And Jacob's mother heard him say that.
Yeah.
She told Jacob, hey, you got to get out of there, man. He's coming after you. He's coming for blood.
Yeah.
After he runs for his father.
Yeah. That's why when Jacob seen Esau, he had to supplant him again, man. He came and bowed to him. Yeah, he bowed to him. Esau was actually happy to see him, but he had to bow to him because he was like, damn, man, this nigga gonna try to kill me. But see, the battle goes back then between Jacob and Esau. So this whole war on black and white, that's where it go from. Because the common cracker, they don't know why they hate. They don't know what that. It's spiritual, man. They don't know why they hate you. It ain't because really the color of your skin. That's a surface level, man. You know what I'm saying? But they hate who you are because they know you the chosen people. Okay, they hate you because they know you the chosen people, man. And they mindset, they want to be the one, but they're not. They got to go through limbs to do things. They got to literally, everything they do, they bite off Jake, man.
Yeah.
They got to, it's hard. They got to work out harder, longer.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? They got to get dick pumping pills.
Yeah, they do.
You know?
dick extensions now.
Yeah, the only thing Esau got going for him is the fact he's in power and he got money. That's it. Other than that, this man ain't fit the rule, man.
Right.
Go ahead.
Genesis chapter 27, verse 41. It said, and Esau hated Jacob because of the blessing wherewith his father blessed him.
Right, that's the one black and white right there says Esau hated Jacob. So you don't think that attribute continued all down in a line of people?
Yeah.
Because when you go back into the time of Haman and Agagite, which I believe he was of the line of Amalek, okay? Because what Saul did, he didn't slay the king of Edom or the king of Amalek like he did. Saul had to put him to death, but that's why he lost the kingdom. But going back into Haman, hey, he wanted to straight up kill Jake, man. You know what I'm saying?
Say, Genesis 27:41. And Esau hated Jacob because of the blessing wherewith his father blessed him. And Esau said in his heart, the days of mourning for my father are at hand.
Hey, wait. They don't even realize what they're wearing, man. You know what? One thing about you fucking Northern Kingdom, never mind. She got a whole poncho on a garment with that Aztec bullshit on the back, which is like Dollar Tree. But she didn't even realize we're wearing the same goddamn garment, man. And you would think that... Yeah. She got fringes, but they don't even realize that's an Israelite custom.
Yeah.
But when you tell these stupid idiots that they're Israelites, they are, no, I'm Mexican. I know conquistador took us over. Okay, so if the conquistadors took you over, what was you before that? What language was you Mexican speaking before the conquistadors took you over?
Right.
Hebrew, man. Stupid motherfucker. That's why you North King, you gotta fucking die, man.
Right.
You gotta die, man.
You must get some type of country quiet celebration. It's called walking up down that shit.
Yeah, do it. Yeah, do it.
They here for that soccer game. That World Cup game, they watching it. That's why they all out here to see what they're doing. Come back here, all the madness starts. But it say, Genesis 27, verse 41, and Esau hated Jacob because of the blessing wherewith his father blessed him. And Esau said in his heart, the days of mourning for my father are at hand. Then will I slay my brother Jacob.
And that's been an ongoing hatred between us and them ever since the beginning of time, man.
Yeah.
And hey, when Esau put Jacob in slavery, he knew who the hell he had in captivity, man.
Yeah.
He knew that they were the Israelites, man.
Just remember, I dropped that post on the YouTube about them going into the same customs.
Yeah, I did a video.
Yeah, the northern kingdom, they wasn't dealing with blood.
Yeah, that's Leviticus 17.
They wasn't dealing with blood. They would they said if you had a sister-in-law and her husband died, technically your brother, you'd be able to take her and pop her. That's in the law, man. See what I'm saying? They said they would sacrifice on high hills, same way we did.
Now, man, you would think that if the so-called Mexicans and Native Americans study their history, you would think they would know that. Right. But they got so much of an undying love for the white man to the point that history is like really accessible. They don't even go into it, man. Yeah. You would tell them, you could break it down to them, and they'll understand it, but they would never attribute it to it being an Israelite custom because they love this fucking devil so much, man.
Right.
That's the spirit, because the Lord is breaking down that stronghold spiritually, but slowly. It's getting piece apart. I went and checked out that new Black Panthers movie, man.
Yeah, you saw the Northern Kingdom.
Hey
man, you fucking your Wakandans, man. You niggas wasn't in the right spirit, man.
Well,
he basically fed the serpent. He was basically Quattlequattle, bro.
Yeah.
How the fuck did she beat him?
Right.
And on top of that, he was in the right spirit. He said, look, we need to take over the white man.
She came to him and said, hey, we're taking down this motherfucker, man.
Hey, y'all know y'all Israelites, man? According to the Bible, why y'all think y'all wear these garments?
Yeah,
the fringes. Y'all not Mexican, man. Y'all Hebrew Israelites. You're not Mexican.
Right.
All right? You're not Mexican. You're Israelites.
You gotta beat it in the Instagram.
Hazy Christos, El Blanco, El Negro.
got to beat it in the Northern Kingdom, man.
Right.
The Northern Kingdom, they'll actually look down on you because they speak
Yeah,
Spanish.
Jesus Christos hey, El Bronco, he was a black man, man. You Mexicans, you're so-called black people, man.
That's right.
Fucking boneheads. And you got the fucking Iscarite woman, the fucking Mexican woman. She want to be like the goddamn white woman, man. Hey, the fucking white man don't show you wetback niggas nothing but hate.
Right.
And you want to come over here and you want to love them. Every time you see a fucking Mexican bitch, we gonna curse out you Nordic. We don't get on you enough, man. We gonna just straight curse you the fuck out. All right? Because, hey, give me that in Hosea 7, man. Because for the simple fact, you fucking Mexicans, the white man showed you nothing but hate and took your heritage from you for being Israelites, but yet you want to dye your hairs blonde like a fucking oppressor, man. And y'all wonder why they fucking y'all ass up.
Right.
You're Israelites, man. You're not no damn Mexicans, man. You're Hebrew Israelites. What you got, man?
Trying to get that in Ezra's.
And these dumb, they don't even realize they wear the same shit. These dummies don't even realize they wear the same goddamn thing, man. Yeah, you can taunt us all you want, but the Most High gonna destroy you, demon.
The second Ezra's 13, chapter 40. And it says, those are the 10 tribes which were carried away prisoners out of their own land in the time of Hosea the king. You gotta understand, this is the time of the Northern Kingdom. You had the Assyrians that came through and conquered that whole land, man. And so one thing they did, they didn't just let you stay in your land. No, they would take your ass and move you all the way the fuck up, man. So Jake got moved all the way up to the parts of Iraq. You know what I'm saying? Up into that Middle Eastern region. But it said, those are the 10 tribes which were carried away prisoners out of their own land in the time of Hosea the king, whom Salmanassar the king of Assyria led away captive, and recarried them over the waters, so they came into another land. But they took counsel among themselves that they will leave the multitude of the heathen and go forth into a further country where never mankind dwelt.
That's over here, man. Yeah. Okay. Now you got them niggas. They say, oh well, those are miracles. They allegedly they built this imaginary bridge. Yeah. Whatever the hell they talking about.
Yeah. What's that? The Bering Strait out?
Yeah.
Alaska.
Bering Strait. Hey, look at this. Look at the blonde shit in the bitch's hair. Look at this shit, man. That's why, hey, you know what? A lot of the 2/3 gonna come from them, man. Look at this shit, bro. Like that's a goddamn embarrassment. That's a goddamn embarrassment, man.
So according to the precept, man, you Jace did not come from Russia, man. You know what I'm saying? All you Mexicans, you Brazilians, you Colombians, y'all didn't get to America by crossing through Russia.
Right.
Y'all hopped your ass on the boat, you know, through the Euphrates River. You went through the Gulf, and then you went all the way under Africa and got here to America, man, on the Western Hemisphere.
Central America.
And it say 2nd Ezra 13, verse 42, or verse 41. But they took counsel among themselves that they will leave the multitude of the heathen and go forth into a further country where never mankind dwelt, that they